Hi everybody, this is going to be a video walkthrough for all 9 administrator terminal achievements for Verde Station. So in order to get these achievements, you have to use the administrator terminal, but you can only use it on this screen. You cannot get them in-game. Now, if you go in-game, when you're playing through, at any point, if you go into the administrator terminal and you type in any of the codes, they will work and they will show whatever screen they're supposed to show, but the achievements will not unlock. So you have to get them while you're on the screen. It's kind of strange to not have them like contextualized in the game, like for a purpose, so like a reason, like, you know, even just like a small event or actually getting something done in the game. But these are just codes that you type in here. So this is going to be a bit of a lengthy video. I'm going to try to keep it as concise and as quick as I possibly can, because it is going to take a little bit to get through all 9 of them. This is the bulk of the achievements for the game. So just hit 4 on your keyboard. And so this is going to show the terminal prompt. This is going to be the next screen going into this. And it's going to show you a command line down here. Now, you don't need to know how to code, and I certainly don't know how to code. But every code that you put in is going to end with .cmd. That's really all you need to know. Some of the codes are actually found in game, but other ones you have to discover in different ways. So just a heads up, there are 2 written guides that go into very lengthy detail about what the codes mean, the history of, some of the references that are pointed out in some of them. I'm just going to do a basic overview. So I think that's enough preamble. I've probably talked enough as it is. I have a dry erase board right next to me, so I'm just going to go down the list that I have right here for everything. The first one that we're going to type in is going to be your Steam directory. So this achievement, I think, is going to have a C, and then it's going to be like, I think, colon, backslash, and then VS400, probably another symbol of some kind. And then I think it says Steam directory main. And this is the... So it's a kind of lengthy achievement name, but this is the directory, and this is going to show you, so you'll type in dir.cmd, and this is going to show you what I assume the game recognizes as it's saved on your C drive. So it shows you the Steam directory of how the game is represented there. That could be totally false. I don't know. But anyway, so this is just the directory achievement. Once you type in dir.cmd, this just shows. Now for me, I actually have Steam on my E drive, so but I don't think it will change. I think it's just a pre-loaded reference to the game on your drive. So when you're done here, you'll hit 0, and it'll take you back to the terminal prompt. If you hit 0 again, it'll take you back to the main menu. So that was the first achievement of this. We're going to go to the second one, and it's going to be Know Thyself. And you're going to type in your username. And if you see in the upper corner right above System, it has Meridian. That's my username for this. It's just a username that I use for any game that uses it. Like I've used it for all of my Artifacts Mundi games. It was actually a username that I came up with way before I invented a phosphorus invention. So it is case sensitive. So if you've capitalized anything, if you use any special characters, it has to be exactly as how you've written it. So you'll type, for me, Meridian, and then again, .cmd. And then this just shows you your Steam profile, your username, your country of origin, or at least what you have on Steam, and then your friend count. It's kind of weird to have just those pieces of information, but it's a little less Big Brothery, I think. It's creepy enough, but not too creepy. So that was the Know Thyself achievement. The third achievement is going to be Everyone Needs a Little, and the word that ends that sentence is help.cmd. That's actually the example at the bottom of the screen. I probably should have done that one first, but maybe that would have been too obvious. So you'll type in help.cmd. And this is just the help menu. It just shows you what the administrator terminal is for. Like I said, all commands have to end in .command, and then everything is case sensitive. And that's going to be true for the next one, and then a few others throughout this. So, but that was the Everyone Needs a Little Help achievement. So hit 0 and go back. The next one is going to be the Burn It Down achievement. This is going to be where you use caps lock or your shift key, and you're going to type in HCF all in caps. Then you'll drop the capital and you'll type in CMD. CMD is never going to change. .cmd is never going to change. It's never going to be capitalized. It's never going to be anything. But everything before it is going to be a bit different. So this is for running the program or running the command halt and catch fire. So you'll just hit 1 for yes, and it's going to show a little animation that shows your CPU and your memory going kind of beyond what they're capable of doing. It burns out the CPU essentially. As far as I understand, this is a reference to the actual, I think it's assembly mnemonic is what it is, HCF, where it references the possibility of a CPU just running a process infinitely and eventually has to be restarted. And I think the belief was that at one point the wires were so fragile that it was believed that it would actually like heat up and catch fire. So there's actually a really great Wikipedia article on halt and catch fire if you're interested for further reading. And like I said, the 2 guides on Steam go into a lot of depth about the achievements and the lore. They even talk about the floppy disks, which I won't be talking about in this video. But yeah, so they go into heavier detail about that. I'm not a coder or anything like that, so I'm not familiar with halt and catch fire or any of the lore of the beginnings of the computer era. So we'll hit 4 again. We'll go back into the terminal prompt, and the next one we're actually going to be doing something similar, and that's going to be the start fresh achievement. So you're going to type in reboot.cmd, and you'll hit, just leave it up for a second just in case you have to pause it to look at it. And then this is going to reboot your terminal. And just hit 1 again. And it's essentially the same thing. You just don't burn out your CPU during this achievement. Someone did mention on one of the guides that you can type in reset and it does the same thing, but I don't know if that gives you the achievement. I don't think it's actually tied to the same thing. So, but you can try it if you want to for the first attempt. If you're going down the list in order or anything like this and you haven't tried the reboot command yet, you can try reset and see if it gets you. And that would be great if you threw a comment up on this video to let me know if that actually works. So I haven't heard from anybody if it actually does. So that was the start fresh achievement. We're now on the 6th achievement, and it's going to be the user preference achievement. So you'll go back into the administrator terminal. And this one's specific. This is a little more collecty. We have to type in 3 codes in order to get access to this achievement, to actually get recognition for this. So the first code you're going to type in is you're going to type in a capital A, MBER, and then you have to capitalize OS. I'm assuming that's for operating system. And then you're going to type .cmd. Now, once you click yes, you've switched your font color to alternative amber. So that's the first of 3. You're going to type now a capital B, LUE, again, capital OS .cmd. And that switches it to base blue. Now, from everything that I understand, you have to switch it back to green because the achievement, at least of what I understand, the achievement will only like pop for you, or you'll receive credit for doing it for actually manually typing in each individual color. That's why you have to go back to green at the end. So you'll go to a capital G and then REENOS.cmd, and you'll go back to default green. And once you've gotten all 3 colors, and you probably can go in any order, although I don't know if it will give you credit if you're already on green and you type in green. So obviously probably use either the yellow or the amber or the blue first, and then, do what you need to do for the rest of the colors. But and that is the user preference achievement. So the 7th achievement is going to be the Holy Cheater. This is going to introduce camel case, and this is going to be relevant for this achievement and the next achievement. So you're going to type in a capital G, O, D, lowercase, of course, and then the next letter is going to be a capital M, O, D, E, .cmd. So camel case is a case where part of the middle, sometimes the front and sometimes like the first letter and then sometimes a middle letter is like the hump of a camel. So it's one word. So that's how at least that's how it the example that I found online to explain what camel case was, because I had no idea. I never heard that term before playing this game. So we'll type in godmode.cmd and it gives you literally God mode. It gives you unlimited health, unlimited lives, and unlimited ammo. There's actually another video that I did where I mentioned fall damage. I probably shouldn't have because it might confuse some players. It was for the you should not be here achievement. Because the walkways that you move, I believed that if you fell off of them, you might receive fall damage and die. Probably not. The game probably just makes you drop down. I think it's like the only time in the game where you probably can do that since you can't jump. But if you enter God mode, I was curious if it actually prevents you from receiving fall damage, but that was probably just my imagination getting away with me. But there's really no reason aside from the cool reference to God mode. But continuing with the camel case, the next achievement is going to be the Barry Allen achievement, and this is a reference to the DC comics character, the Flash. So again, you're going to want to type in a capital T, H-E, and then the next letter is going to be a capital F, L-A-S-H .cmd, and you will get super speed. Now, this actually gives you super speed. So normally you can actually sprint using shift, but I think it goes away after a while. Like it doesn't last the entire time. You can't just hold it down infinitely. But super speed actually works. And I have another video up for the nice catch achievement, and I reference in there that if you use the Barry Allen code, if you use the Flash code, getting the Barry Allen achievement, if you do that while in game, it will give you super speed. I actually discovered this entirely by accident. I didn't think that during my play, the super speed was still going to be active. So I was able to catch the bottle for the nice catch achievement, the food product, the liquid food product that falls from the dispenser in the kitchen. I was able to catch it using super speed. So if you do have a problem with that achievement, if you haven't watched that video that I posted, if you're kind of frustrated with that achievement because you have to close out of the game and retry, try to give the Flash command a chance, and maybe that'll help you out with that achievement. So moving on to the 9th and final achievement, this is a reference to the Stanley Parable, I think both the demo and the full game. It's been a while since I've played the Stanley Parable. I know they just brought out a remastered edition or something like that, or director's cut. I'm not sure what they call the new version. But this requires you to type in 16 number 8s in the command line, and then obviously you do still put the .cmd. Now I'm not going to count that out because that might be annoying for some people. So I'm going to be silent for a minute while I type that in. And .cmd. And once you type that in, it just reveals 88888 across the thing. As far as I understand, in the Stanley Parable, I think there's like a device, like a button or something like that, where you just, I think this might actually be in the demo, where you just press a button for the number 8 and it just continues to do it. And then I can't remember what the reference is for 8 in the main game. Like I said, it's been a while. That was really early on in the games that I 100%ed on Steam, so it's been quite a while. But that is all 9 of the administrator terminal achievements. I know this was kind of probably a boring video because we don't leave this screen. But hopefully you're going to get all the achievements now. And that was pretty clear for everybody. Please, if there's anything that is not clear in this video, give me a comment below. I'll try to answer as best I can. And hopefully I'll be able to do another video actually showing the gameplay of the game, getting through and getting the last achievement, which would be beating the game. I want to be able to try to record one of those and do that as well. So I have like a complete guide up on the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and please take care. Thanks again.